Hey, Dr. Bob here with Active Life Chiropractic, and as we all continue to work on our social distancing and our quarantine state, actually I would say, maybe some of you guys were like me when you first heard about the quarantine idea like weeks and weeks ago. My initial thought was, I am not gonna make it if I can't go to work, if I have to stay at home, all day for weeks and weeks and months on end. I'm just not gonna make it. And the biggest reason for this is that, I wake up in the morning and my mind is like, go, 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 go. I have a list of things that I have to accomplish that day, and it gives me a sense of fulfillment. So it's just always about, what can I achieve? What can I accomplish? Like, what can I do today? Let's just get going and let's just move. And so I started thinking, well, that's all gonna be very hard to do when there's really not much to do. So I started thinking of ideas, and I'm like, well, what can happen? And I started talking to people, and people were working in their gardens and doing house projects, and I mean, that sounds great. And being in a health field, health is always on my mind. I talk about health to people 5 days a week, for the last 14 years. So that was the first thing that I thought of. And then I started thinking, this would be a perfect opportunity if someone did have a pretty big health goal that they wanted to achieve. So I started thinking like, okay, if you had, 4 weeks or 6 weeks and you're kind of stuck in your house and can't really do much, and let's say someone wanted to, I hate to use the weight loss thing, but I know a lot of people would like to lose weight. I'm like, if that was your goal, and maybe you just could never get started, or you couldn't stick with it, or you just wasn't consistent, or you didn't know what to do, or you just didn't have enough time, I feel like now we have all the time in the world. This is a good time to work on that. Or it's like right now everyone has allergies because we're in allergy season. And I don't know, maybe somebody hears about a special like anti-inflammatory immune response diet, and it helped, their cousin or a coworker, and they've always wondered about it. I mean, this will be the time to look into that and see what you can do to see if you can get rid of your allergies. Or if someone had like headaches on a consistent basis, maybe they tried a lot of different things, maybe they haven't. This will be the time to start working on that. But I guess my point would be, overall, if we have all this time, why not work on an aspect or two of our health or more, and see how far we can go with this? And I think about this because, on a daily basis, we're either working towards, creating health or creating sickness. And I've studied health for 20 plus years. Aside from school and like postgraduate courses and things like that, I've really just studied, people that are healthy. I've studied health more than I've studied disease. I want to see what makes someone healthy. What does that person look like? And I guess I would say the healthier someone was, I would really want to get into their head. I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, are you eating a certain way? Are you exercising like every single day? What are your workouts like? Or, like, what does your lifestyle look like? Take me through a typical day. Do you sleep 8 hours every night at the same time? Or like, what are you doing? What I learned over the years was that the biggest difference between them and someone that wasn't healthy was their lifestyle was very consistent. And so they weren't doing any one thing huge that was great. They were just very consistent in a lot of aspects of their life. So for example, they weren't like on a no sugar keto diet, like don't eat anything bad for you 100% of the time. They were more like, I make healthy choices more often than I don't. And then you would see them exercise more often than they don't. And you would see them, get plenty of sleep and rest and make that a priority more times than they didn't. And it's all about consistency. And so as I learned more, my goal was always to take steps that take me towards this side. And I kind of learned that, you take steps on a daily basis that actually are either going to build health or they're going to build disease. So tonight, if I go home and I eat a salad for dinner, it's not going to make a huge difference in my health, but it's kind of like one deposit or one notch that takes me towards this health side. And so I thought about this whole thing, and I was thinking, if we all took this time that we're all in quarantine and we just stacked up a lot of deposits into this health side, whatever your health problem is, maybe you want to try to reverse an autoimmune disease or send it into remission, or like I said, weight loss, allergies. Maybe your GI tract has always been bad. You've always had digestive problems, and you're thinking, well, maybe my lifestyle contributes to it. What can I do to change that? I mean, I feel like this is the best time, and kind of seeing an opportunity for this, I thought I would take the next several weeks and share these ideas through my social media outlets. And so my goal is to provide information for anyone out in the community that wants to follow me and see what we do in my family, on a daily basis to put these deposits into our health so that we can hopefully see results down the road. And so, if you don't follow me on Facebook, click the link above, Active Life Chiropractic. Make sure you like us and like our page. And our goal is to put out content over the next several weeks. I don't think you need to make any drastic decisions during any of this, but if you take a couple of things that I recommend that you feel like you need to work on, and you do them on a consistent basis throughout this process, I know when we all come out of this, when they release this out into society, I feel like we're all going to be a lot different in terms of our health.